the one, the only, Beitzah.
And welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun and Iyun. Tonight's Mishnayos are Maseches Beitzah, Perek Beis, Mishnayos Chet and Tet. In Mishnah Chet, it discusses machlokas between Rebbe ben Azariah and the Chama. Rebbe ben Azariah says that you're allowed to grind up peppers, right? You want to grind up peppers, you want to cut them very small, you want to use a food processor, for example, to make the peppers smaller or a mush or something like that. You're not allowed to do that according to the Chama. According to Rebbe ben Azariah, you're allowed to. According to the Chama, you're not allowed to do it. Now the question is, we don't paskin like Rebbe ben Azariah. Paskin like Chama, it's not allowed. Now the famous question is, why does the Ochel Nefesh only apply? Now Tosfos Maseches Beitzah, I believe in Daf Gimel and Aleph, brings a Yerushalmi that says the whole heter Ochel Nefesh only applies to Lisha ve'elav. Only the malach of Lisha, which is kneading dough, and baking it or cooking are allowed in Yontiv. But things like, it's clear from the Gemara on Daf Gimel that if you want to go pluck an apple off a tree, you're not allowed to do that in Yontiv. Why not? I can't. It's hard to eat it off the tree. I want to pluck up the tree so I can eat it. Even though it's a malach of the rice of kotzer, why can't I do that in Yontiv for Ochel Nefesh? It's clear in the third paragraph of Maseches Beitzah, in Sadan, you're not allowed to trap fish, even though trapping a fish is a malach on Shabbos, and Yontiv should be mutter. You want to eat the fish. You're not allowed to do it. Why not? And the Mefarshim struggle to explain this, but I will explain what I think the real answer is. And I think this goes into what the understanding of Beis Hillel, why Ochel Nefesh is mutter. We talked about Beis Hillel and Beit Shammai. Beis Hillel holds the whole premise why Ochel Nefesh is mutter is to enhance your Yontiv, your Simchas Yontiv. The head there behind Ochel Nefesh is because there's a unique mitzvah on Yontiv of Simchas Yontiv, Samachta Bechagecha. Therefore, the Torah allowed you things that bring a lot of simcha to you, and eating is something which brings a lot of simcha to you. Now, part of the heter to cook something or to bake something or to knead dough, which is clear from the Gemara that you're allowed to do, is because without those things, right, I can't eat food. Food that's not cooked. If I take eggs, raw eggs, I can't eat them unless I cook them, right? If I don't bake bread, I can't eat bread, right? If I don't knead the dough, I can't, right? However, if I take vegetables and I grind them, I can still eat the vegetables without grinding them up. Maybe it tastes a little better. So part of the heter of Ochel Nefesh is because of Simchas Yontiv. It's not just the simcha that I get from eating it, because people who enjoy the kitchen, people who know how to cook and enjoy making things in the kitchen, get a certain simcha, a certain enjoyment out of cooking. There's a certain pleasure out of cooking. But where's the real simcha? The real simcha is when I convert something which is not edible into something which is edible. I cook it, or I bake it, or I knead the dough. Something I take nothing, something that wasn't edible, and I make it edible. If something's already edible, an apple's on a tree, I could eat it technically on the tree. If I have, in this Mishnah, we talked about peppers. I could eat the peppers without cutting up and dicing it up, right? I can do these things. Technically, a fish I could eat without, an animal, shchita. I can't eat the animal without shechting it. It's going to move all around. I have to kill it. The only way to make it kosher is to shecht it. So I'm allowed to shecht it, because otherwise I can't eat it. But, otherwise is, basically these things, right? If a fish, right, I would say, to kill a fish would be allowed, because you can't eat the fish, right? But to trap the fish is not necessarily included in heter Ochel Nefesh. So anything which is something, because I guess it would be like a machshirei Ochel Nefesh, it would be 2 steps ahead, right? I have to catch it, and then I have to kill it, right? So it's 2 steps ahead, so therefore it wouldn't be allowed to trap a fish. But you're not allowed to dice up vegetables, because I can eat them without dicing them up. That's not part of the Simchas Yontiv, is the processing and making it and then eating it. If it's just according to Beit Shammai, the whole thing has to do with the hana, the enjoyment, and most enjoyment is when you eat it, right? There's no physical enjoyment in cooking something, but there is a simcha, there is a happiness when you're cooking something and you're making something out of nothing. A real chef enjoys his work, or else you wouldn't do it, because it's really hard work to be a chef. And that's inherent in the midst of Simchas Yontiv. And Ochel Nefesh also. Ochel Nefesh has to be part of the simcha, has to be preparatory and making something, basically, which is nothing, take nothing and make it into something which is edible and actually tastes good. Hope you enjoyed tonight's share. See you in the next one.